let's take a look at this. So I uploaded a few videos with this dude. Doesn't believe in God. To me is completely retarded. All I gotta do is walk out in the yard and look around and go, where the fuck did this come from? It came from somewhere. Okay? My position is that I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I can't particularly tell you that I know anywhere in the Bible where Jesus said, worship me. I don't think that he did. I believe when he said, no man comes to the Father but through me. He's talking a lot about his teachings. Oh, I believe he's my Savior. But perhaps not in the exact same way that you would take it. Where people literally worship him. I believe he's the Son of God, and I believe he's got all my respect. I do believe he's my Savior. But I think that Jesus was talking on a much, much higher level than what people ever give him credit for. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example of how some things can be misconstrued out of the Bible. But I overlook these things on purpose because they really are fruitless endeavors when you're actually looking for stuff. It's because you can pick the Bible apart all day long. This is when Jesus talked to the disciples. He took them aside and spoke to them in secret and said, well, if he spoke to them in secret, how would you know what was said? You wouldn't. So it's silly shit like that. Okay? But I overlook that type of stuff because there's greater meaning in the greater things in there than the silly, misconstrued, fucked up, twisted things that men have done. Okay? Now, this idiot with the red hair, does God exist? Well, of course he does. He may not exist in his heart, you know, and maybe in his Masonic lodge that God doesn't exist. As the Mason told me when he came into the bar the 2 times that he visited me, he put his hand up toward the ceiling and he said, we don't need any of that. So when that guy said God doesn't exist, he honestly does not want anything to do with it. Any fool can walk outside and see he does. What kind of moron walks this planet and doesn't think God exists? Ask the 33 if they think God exists. Ask. You see this here? This is from the Tate La Bianca murders from Charles Manson. See the 33 right here? You see it? That ain't a lucky clover. Here's your seal of Saturn, right? These guys believe in God. They believe in it so much that they either went to the extent to create this fake illusion that somebody got killed or somebody really got hacked up. Either or, we know what this symbol is and we know where we can find it. Here's this guy, Tex Mars. He was one of the guys that supposedly helped. Notice he's got a 60 and a 6. I bet he believes in a God. Here's Charles Manson with his booking number or his prison number, which is what? We know that that's really a 1, a 3, a 3, a 3, a 9, and a 2. Right? We know that's what that really is. Okay? Interestingly enough, here, isn't that interesting? See it here? Isn't that interesting? That circle with the line going through it in a cube looks like a certain planet that we know, right? And how about the girls? Let's not forget them. All of them with the X on their head. Do they believe in God? They believe in a God. Sure they do. Sure they do. See, dude, because we're in the playground of the fallen. What the fuck do you think this place is? What do you think this place is? Of course Jesus Christ exists. Of course God exists. Why do you think we're here? We're not here because it's fun. We're here because Jesus Christ exists and the Almighty exists. That's why we're here. Okay? You don't have to look far. Just look into their stuff. That'll prove to you that Christ and God both exist. Because if you got this, sugar, you're going to have the other side too. Okay? There you go. You know, it is what it is. I don't think I need to go into much further detail. But, you get it, I think. I hope.